Hi everyone! So I was going through my makeup collection a couple of days ago and I realised I have a lot of makeup that I don't use, so I thought I'd try some of them all again and figure out why I stopped using them. So yeah, I'm going to do a full face using products that I don't normally use. Alright, so let's jump straight into this video. First I'm just going to prime. I'm going to grab this Chi instaprime collagen filling primer, and I remember I bought this a while ago and I actually do like it, but I just stopped using it. I don't know why. I'm just gonna pop this on like my T-zone area, I guess. Like just on my nose, just to like fill in any of those pores that we don't want. Okay, now that that primer is all on, I'm gonna jump straight on to the eyes. I've been really doing my eyes first lately, I don't know why, but we're just gonna roll with it. Alright, now that we're a bit closer, we're gonna do these eyebrows. So I'm just going to comb them out first, and then I'm going to fill them in with this Maybelline Master Brow Pro palette. So I've only used this like once, and to be honest I can't even remember what it's like. Alright, so it says you're meant to use the waxy stuff first, so I'm just going to grab that and sort of like, I don't know, outline my brows sort of. Okay, so now going in with that powder. Oh, that's pigmented, and see how we feel. Oh shoot, that's really pigmented. That's actually not half bad. That's actually pretty good. Okay, sorry, I just tied my hair up because it was really hot, even though my hair's wet. So that brow powder is pretty good. I'm just gonna carve them out and prime my eyelids now. I'm going to grab this Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer. I used to use this a lot, but then I found better concealers. We're gonna carve out my brows with this and prep my eyelids. Okay, so far that concealer ain't that bad. It covered my veiny eyelids pretty well, so it's not that bad. We'll see how it goes as an eyeshadow base. So I'm just going to set my eyelids, and I'm going to use this like e.l.f. translucent powder, e.l.f. high definition powder. I used to use this all the time to bake with because like I could not afford my Laura Mercier powder or any of that, so I used to use this because I found it was the only powder that was like actually translucent, not like all the other ones from the drugstore, how they're like, yeah, translucent, and it's like the same colour as my fake tan foundation. I'm just like, that's a problem. Okay, so for my eyeshadow, I'm going to grab this Morphe palette in the shade 35P, and this is like my first ever Morphe palette. Actually, it's my only one besides my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I don't know, it's like the purpley one, and it's really pretty, but I just don't use it. So first I'm going to jump into this shade here for my transition shade. Buffing this shade into the crease nice and beautifully. For my next shade I'm going to grab this like nice warm brown colour on the very bottom of the palette. And again, just going to pop that in the crease, and I think I've decided I might go for like halo eye. Yeah, I haven't done one of them in a while, so these Morphe shadows are so good. I don't know why I don't actually use this palette. I think it's because it's got like so many purples in it. I'm just like, I don't always want purple eyeshadow, if you know what I mean. For my next shade, I think I'm going to grab this colour right here. It's like a really pretty like mauvey, dark purpley, bit of everything colour. And we're going to chop that in the crease. I'm going to jump into this bright purpley sort of matte shade here, and I'm going to throw that in the crease sort of just like everywhere so we can make it purple. Hello? Purple? Where are you? This is quickly starting to look like a black eye. That colour is so bright, and it's just like Oh wait, there we go. What? It's starting to look purple, but what was the go with that purple line, bro? We're just gonna keep blending. I'm hoping this like looks better with like foundation and stuff on, because this kind of looks like a black eye. I'm now going to grab this shade here, which is like a nice dark purple, to add some depth to this crease. I find these purples just aren't blending out as nicely as those other shades. I don't know, they're just not doing it for me. So I'm just placing this shadow as well, just in the inner corner and the outer corner, and like blending it up to give me like the nice halo eye effect. This side just like doesn't look blended, does it? Actually, it looks worse on camera than it does in person. Okay, so I think I'm going to grab the black shade out of this palette, pop this in the inner and outer corners again. So for the lid, I think I have to grab this shade up here, which is a beautiful like foiled purpley frosty colour. So I'm just going to pop that on the centre of the lid where I haven't put any product. Oh, it's so pigmented. Okay, now that we're done with the eyes, I'm going to move on to some foundation. I'm going to use this L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Stay Fresh Foundation. And I don't like this, and I can't remember why. I like the other one, the one in the little tube. That one's alright, but this one's a little bit... Alright, I'm going to grab my sponge and tap this into my skin. This one is an XO Beauty sponge. Not really. This foundation's not really liking the sponge, I'll be honest. I'm going to swap over to this Real Technique sculpting brush, and I'm just going to paint this into my skin. Because that sponge doesn't seem to be working. And neither does this brush. I don't like this foundation. So moving on to some concealer, I'm going to grab my Wake Me Up concealer again, and like hope this fixes my problems, because I got some issues. So just going to use this little baby mini sponge to blend out this concealer under my eyes. That's alright, that concealer isn't horrible. I mean, for drugstore it's alright, it's no Shape Tape. Okay, we're going to give this NYX Wonder Stick a shot, and I'm pretty sure I do really like this contour shade, but I just don't use it. Can't tell you why. We're going to try and highlight this face a little bit. That's really creamy. I haven't actually used this side before. Just want to try and like brighten all this up in here. Did that do anything? I think that just took off my foundation. That's taking off my foundation. Let's try the brush. This is literally taking off my foundation. But we're gonna keep blending. It's alright, maybe. No, there's like a chunk missing there. Okay. We're not going to use the contour side of that NYX Wonder Stick because we saw what just happened. Better. Alright, so I'm going to use my e.l.f. translucent HD powder stuff to bake my under eyes. feel like this concealer is just gonna crease everywhere. And because I put like half the bottle on. So, you know. Oh, this is so bad. Now that the light's dimmed down, it actually doesn't look that bad. Okay, we're going to move on to some contouring and bronzing now. So I'm going to grab this Maybelline New York Master Contour Palette. And I'm going to grab this contour shade over here. And I'm pretty sure from like reviews and stuff, this contour shade's pretty good. As you can tell, I've like barely used it. So I'm going to pick up that contour shade on this Morphe brush. And I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones. Oh, that's really nice. That's so pretty. Why don't I use this? Now that we're done with contouring, I'm going to move on to bronzing. And I'm going to grab this Chi Chi bronzer in the shade Bronze Me Out. Oh, that's orange. This is like half a products I hate video and a products I don't use video. I think I'm going to use this Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Spoon, and I don't normally use this because, I don't know, it's very chunky glittery, so realistically I don't actually like it, but that, yeah, that's why I don't normally use it. And we'll use this little Morphe domed G38 brush because it should be able to pick it up nicely. Just load that brush up. You know. Alright, I'm just going to apply this to the cheeks, and it's actually a really nice highlighter, but I just don't use it. Mainly because of the glitter, but the glitter can be really nice sometimes, but other times I'm like, I don't feel like you. So for some blush, I'm going to use this NYX powder blush in the shade Peach, and I used to use this all the time, and I just stopped. So yeah, it's actually like really pretty. Yes. Probably shouldn't put a lot of this on, but I'm probably going to because I know this is a good product. And I'm hoping maybe it can like weigh out the fact that everything else looks bad. Except the highlight and the eyebrows. Actually no, the eyebrows don't even look that good. Okay, I'm going to move back onto the eyes. So I've just mixed those two brown shades that I used in my as my transition shade first to put on my lower lash line. I've decided I'm going to take a couple of the darker brown shadows in this Morphe palette and just smoke that under my lower lash line as well. Hopefully make it look a little bit better. See, like those brown shades blend out really nicely, but for some reason the purple ones just don't want it. Okay, so I'm just going to grab that metallic purpley shade again, and I'm going to pop it in my inner corner for, you know, a nice little bit of bling bling. I'm going to pick up the like goldy sparkly shade in it and pop it on there as well because it's not bright enough. This looks really bad. But we're going to keep going. So I'm going to pop on some mascara. This one is the Essence I Love Extreme Volume Mascara. And I bought this ages ago and I used it once and then I didn't use it again. Mascara's alright. I find it's like quite hard to get it like really in your lashes, if that makes sense. Like it's quite volumizing, but I feel like it should be blacker. Okay, so I just popped on some false lashes. I don't really have any that I don't like, so I just popped on any pair that I found. So we just need some lipstick. I'm not really liking the rest of my face, to be totally honest. So I don't like that foundation at all. It's like seeped into all my fine lines. The finish of it's not bad. It's actually quite nice. I think the bronzer was a bit too orange toned for me. I mean, it looks alright in person, to be honest, but on camera it's showing really orange. I wish the concealer had more coverage, and wasn't really a fan of that exact Morphe palette, but the Jaclyn Hill one's really good, so I'm really confused about that. Anyway, let's put on some lipstick. So I think I'm going to put on Granddaddy Purp by Jeffree Star. So I don't use this pretty much. The only reason is because of the shade colour. Alright, so I'm just going to pop this on real quick. That's actually really cool. It's more like blue on camera, but... Okay, so this is the completed look. I'm still not really loving that foundation, to be honest. I mean, it looks alright. Almost all these products was a miss for me, I'll be honest, and that's probably why I don't use them. The only thing I do like is the blush, the highlight, the mascara was pretty good, and the lipstick. The eyeshadows were a bit of a miss. I don't know. Not really. I mean, it looks alright, but I'm not loving it. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions for my next video, as I don't really know what I want to do next. Kind of want to do another challenge. Maybe list some challenges down below and I'll see what I can do. So that's all I have for today, guys. Enjoy your day, night, whenever you're watching this. Bye!